Um, I'm a dressmaker. I have been for the last 20 or something years. And I been trading in Spitalfields Market up until 2020 BC, if you know what I mean. And now I'm back in Grow Studios working from here. So a bit about what I do. I make multifunctional clothing using really bright fabrics and patterns. And I guess the only way really to kind of show what I do, I may have to do a little demonstration. I can do that. Just bear with me 1 second. So something I'm working on this month, a bag in a bag. So basically, this is a bag, reversible yoga bag, basically a shopper, and can fit all your carry goods and carry needs in there. But I also make dresses that fit most sizes, and it's been a pleasure to do something like that for the last many years, and dress amazing women and men. It's a service I'm happy to provide, and something that really satisfies my soul. So yeah. Pete, where are you? Come and ask me your question, my friend.
Hi. Well, basically, you're talking and we're listening, and then you're talking about your work and
my yeah. Well, I think if I see you there, because you kind of went away, and I'm like, oh, who am I talking to? But a bit about my work. I'm from South Africa. I came here many moons ago, and just fell into making dresses. And it was literally somebody followed me and asked me where I got my dress from, and made me make them one. And ever since then, I've been making dresses for ladies who stop me in the street and ask me where I get my clothes from. And DJing kind of just worked its way into my life. It's always been part of my hobby. You kind of have to have music while you're making dresses. Kind of works together. But yeah, it's been how I got to be at the wonderful Grow Studios, which is another amazing relationship, from occupying a workshop here to helping out in the early days of the Jazz Wednesdays. Yeah, so if a better way to really get to see my work is to visit my Instagram page and come and visit our upcoming Makers Market here in Hackneywick. And yeah, just contact me online directly, preferably. Well, any questions? I mean, I'm not going to give you the personal details.
Would you like to show us some of your work?
Yeah, I did a little demo with a bag. I just demonstrated. I can show these are kind of a better demonstration of my work would be on a body. But please feel free to visit the Instagram page, which really shows you a lot about what I do. I could have put something on myself. Hold on one second, actually. So this type of garment is always available, and it is my very famous halter neck dress that fits most sizes, and it's just a very essential piece to have. Does that give you a little idea? So very pretty. And yeah. So yeah, is there any questions that anybody has? Yeah, I could talk better about myself through questions, to be honest.
Well, to be honest, someone's asked the question, yeah, and they were asking, what's your creative influences?
The fabric decides that the fabric dictates the design for me. So I'm really influenced by fabrics. The creative process is to just challenge yourself no matter what. But I'm inspired by everything. I'm inspired by life itself. I'm inspired by sound. And so the process is finding the fabric, cutting it, sewing it, and making it available to somebody to purchase.
What would your favorite fabric be that you work with?
I would say what is known as Dutch wax, which is most people would term it African print, but it is a print. It's a print created for the African market many years ago. African fabric in its tradition is more like kubu fabric or kente or mud cloth, stuff like that.
There used to be that amazing shop in Hackney, didn't there, called Benny's on the corner, that used to completely sell Dutch print, I think.
In Hackney Central?
In Dalston, yeah, near the cross, and it was on the corner of, it's something else now. It's probably a pizza place.
Was it next to Centerprise Books?
It wasn't. It was kind of opposite Centerprise. Yeah.
It may still be there.
Good. I hope
it may.
I hope it is.
Yeah. No, African fabric has become very appealing. You know, people really like it. It doesn't have that stigma it used to have, where people weren't drawn to it. People didn't know it really. It became quite commercialized in the last 2 decades.
Yeah.
So,
how did he make it? Do you know?
Well, I heard a story that the Dutch through colonization kind of wanted to, they were really influenced by their travels and brought the fabrics back to Holland and tried to create their version of what they saw. But the Dutch women didn't really take to the brightness and the prints, whereas women from across the African women did. And so the term Dutch wax came up. And I think the word waxing is in the early days, they would wax the fabric. But the word Dutch wax, that's how the term comes.
Right.
And so the originators of the production houses was a company called Vlisco, a Dutch-based company, and they've been around since 1856. and they were the original manufacturers. So original visco fabric is very dear, very, very expensive. And then I think was it the Indian or Chinese market came in, and then they supplied alternatives and the competitions. And through the years until now, where I'd say a piece of cloth would cost you like £30 a piece, now costs you £5 a piece. But the quality is, you can really tell the difference. Yeah.
Jordana says, I love the bag in a bag. I want one. So you just sold just by showing it, you've sold something already. So that was easy, wasn't it?
It's yours, honey. It's what I'm preparing myself to get ready for sale at the Makers Market. Thank you.
Yeah, Makers Market, the Future Fair at Grow. And
yes.
Sybil Hutter says, lovely. Where can we buy your dresses? I guess that would be your Instagram, or do you have a shop or something?
So because I only make one in each pattern, so what I do is I load up whatever prints that I have for the week, and then you'll go on my page. If you see a print that you like, you're going to message me and tell me which print that you like, and then we'll take it from there. So every week I'll be loading up new prints, and the next batch of prints will be going out on Friday morning.
Sorry, I'm just going to move backwards slightly, or else.
Is it raining?
Have you seen what's going on outside? Yeah, is it raining? I think, yeah, it's really raining.
Oh, God, we didn't need that.
Let me see. We've got some questions. You've shown us your dresses. All right, come on. Like, what about your role models? You got like in terms of fashion? Let's talk about fashion. You got role models in that sort of field?
People I look up to in fashion. Yes, I do. I really like for myself. Okay. I look up to. I like Vivienne Westwood. I like Rick Owens. I like Hazardine Alaya. In terms of those names, I like Chanel. I like Jean-Francois Ferret. And then I like the local designers that I really like. Because for me, I really like finding things that nobody knows about. And so local designers is people that I find in the markets, people that I really, but somebody that really, a designer I'm really inspired by is a local designer called Curve and Mark. And there's a lot of, I've drawn a little bit of a blank, because what I try to not do in my work is I don't try to look at other people's work. So I'm just in my creative bubble. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Sorry, I keep muting myself because the sound of the rain is like
oh, okay.
Providing an atmospheric soundtrack.
but yeah, that's the designers I do like, and but there's an era that I really love, which is the 70s and the future. Yeah. If I could combine the two, then I'm hoping that's where I'm at.
I love that Vivienne Westwood film that came out a couple of years ago. I thought she's stunning, isn't she? She's absolutely just kicks it, doesn't she?
She's an interesting character. She's an interesting character. She definitely deserves her flowers.
Yes. Okay, I've got a question. If you could dress anyone, who would it be?
Oh, if I could dress anyone, who would it be? Alive? Living? Hey, James. Um, if I could dress, if I could dress anyone, Tandiswa Mazwai. She's a South African artist. She is a powerhouse of a vocalist. She has immaculate taste. Yeah, if I could dress somebody, then yeah, I'd like to dress her.
So that's an interesting lead too. I know you've worked with the Heliocentrics, who are one of my favourite bands as well. They're brilliant, and you've dressed Babs of the Heliocentrics. Do you want to talk about the musicians you've dressed and why, how it came about, and how did you meet the Heliocentrics? And
so yeah, So I'll start with Casey Benjamin. So I'll start with Casey. Casey is he's an amazing saxophonist, and he is also in the Robert Glasper experiment. And again, just in the market, people found me in Spitalfields Market, and they would be just strolling through the market, come across me, find out that I'm a DJ as well. But I think it's just the energies that we were attracted to. The same with Babs from Heliocentrics. Was I just heard this crazy voice going down my corridor, and it's just the energies kind of connected. The stars aligned, if you want to call it that. That's kind of how it worked with Erykah Badu. I kind of like I made something, went backstage and gave it to her. So that's kind of how that one happened. With Dele, again, it's just energy and personality. I'm a big fan of music as a DJ, so I kind of just see people and be like, I want to dress you. But yeah. Hello.
I disappeared.
You did.
my computer went black. The screen it may be the rain.
Okay. Well, it is a storm. Well, it's coming. It's coming. It's going to rain all week.
Well, good. That's brilliant. So I missed that bit. You were talking about your musical influences. And,
I don't know if anybody else heard me, but I
think everyone did, apart from me. But that's okay.
It was kind of, I just realized a lot of it was frequency and energy, and that's how I kind of met a lot of the people. I mean, me being based in the market, and especially a place like Spitalfield, tourists are going to come in, and on the weekends, I was always there.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Are you still doing Spitalfields Market, Emma?
I'm contemplating. Lockdown kind of gave me a break from having to set up shop every day. So I kind of like, ooh, I like this 9-to-5 living. But I do miss it. I may do a 1 or 2 days there over the summer. But I'm more excited to be part of the Grow Makers Market, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think that's going to be really, really successful. So I actually met you before I knew you were a fashion designer, because you came in and DJ'd and played these amazing DJ sets. And do you want to talk about that a little bit? Come on. Because don't be shy, because you are an amazing DJ. I love your DJ. It's
Thank you.
Bang
Thank
on.
you. DJ. Yeah, my favorite thing. a record collector. I think, how did my DJing career start? Because it was a bit of a career first. Yeah, I'm many moons ago. I'm much older than you think. But many moons ago, I was in London. I was working here, coffee shopping, all that kind of stuff, on that 2-year visa type thing. And then you got to go back home. And I was here. I met some really cool people. And when I went back home, I was kind of like asking DJs, did they have this track? Did they have that track? And nobody did. And I was like, and then I just decided that I was going to DJ the songs that nobody wanted to DJ. And I just convinced the manager to let me in. And I made my friends come and I made them fill up the space. And one thing that I realized about DJing, it's in any establishment, as long as people are dancing and they're happy, we got something going.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, at the time was like the height of hip hop, like early 1994, Nas, Wu-Tang, KRS-One, like conscious hip hop. It was the golden era. And so DJing just it was easy. And being a female DJ in South Africa at that time was a bit of a novelty. So yeah, it was easy. It was easy to DJ. But how I got to really, because I was always playing once like R&B and hip hop and, but on Sundays I got to play whatever I like to play. And I really like all kinds of music. And just over the years and maybe one or two boyfriends that may have influenced my music taste. But yeah, now I'm looking at my record collection. I think maybe like I've whittled it down to about 1,000 now.
Nice.
I whittled it down to 1,000. We only play vinyl. We only deal in like grown folks music.
How's your back?
Pardon?
How's your back?
Yeah, no, this is why we're only dealing with like, short sets and shit. We're not playing all night long because one has a back.
It's amazing that, like I've got a few records and, Ruben has, and, are you a bit of a crate digger then? Do you go around like,
yes.
You like thumbing through them, or you're a Discogs girl who just kind of goes online?
No. Do not buy anything online.
I'm being provocative now, like.
Yes. No, I'm not a Discogs girl. I'm a record fair girl. I'm a charity shop digger. I am, places to find. I mean, I can't tell you where. I can't give away all my secrets. But I'm a very bit of a music nerd, a bit of an album cover geek. I'm actually a nerd when it comes to records. We're talking about name the photographer of the album cover type shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's niche.
Yeah, it's like, boys don't want to have conversations with me because it's kind of like.
Well, that's really important, isn't it? I mean, the whole thing, like when I love 12 inches. So the album covers or whatever, they portrait size and they work so much. You can actually almost get a human head the size of the cover almost, and it's kind of like. It's a different thing, isn't it? They're really beautiful. Why not find out who the photographer is? I mean, a
lot of the albums. I wouldn't say a lot of them, but there's iconic albums where the artwork is so beautiful. You have to know who created it, or you know, who was behind it. But it kind of like, for me, when I think about art and this whole creative experience, it's my life's journey. It's all kind of fused into music, fashion, and art.
Yeah,
So,
that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you that question that DJs or musicians just hate being asked. But okay, let's do it from a different angle. What's your favorite album cover? What's your favorite, artwork? Have you got one, or a top 3 or something like that? Let's make it a bit like less.
Ooh, okay. No, I don't have a top 3s or anything. I'm just gonna say some favorites because that's the safest way. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Pull a couple out. Come on, let's look at your collection. Okay, come on.
Hold on a second. Let's
do this. Come on.
I'm not even going to. Okay, wait. Let me see what. This is what was next to the record player. So, this is another person I've dressed, Abernathy, an amazing multi-instrumentalist, amazing singer, just fantastic. A good friend of mine. He's there's a hip hop artist called Black Milk. He's the MD for Black Milk.
What did you make? What did you make for him? What kind of?
Yeah, just some stage stuff and maybe some stuff for his album cover. But a lot of the artists are my personal friends, so I kind of like the relationship has merged from client to friend. We got some Sister Sledge. We got some rhythm of South African music of Black resistance. There's
nice.
a great track on this, amazing track. This is a favorite of mine, Ahmed Jamal, Nature Boy. That's definitely one artist I may consider in my top somethings. Marlena Shaw, Quincy Jones, Gula Matari. That's a wicked little track from Miss Jones. The Beatles, Abbey Road. Favorite track on here, I Want You, She's So Heavy.
Yeah, it's a great track, isn't it?
Yeah, got some Mos Def there, most definitely. Best Kept Secret in Australia, Renee Geyer, funk artist in the 70s. Fantastic. What we got here? Tribal Quest, classic, must have.
Yep.
Alice Coltrane, must have.
Yeah,
played every morning.
Yeah.
Must have. Fantastic. Hansworth Revolution. Come on. Steel Pulse.
Is that Steel Pulse? Yeah.
Yeah. Sergio Mendes, Brazil 66.
I found a copy of that Steel Pulse album in a charity shop in Hartford.
Nice.
Just randomly, yeah. There was a few reggae albums. That's the best
way to find it. That's the best
amazing,
way.
Isn't it? Yeah.
We got some Madlib and Anderson .Paak. Oh no, Malibu, Anderson .Paak. I like him. This is by a friend of mine, DJ Sinbad. Fantastic. Fantastic producer and DJ. He's out in South Africa now, enjoying my home city. And then Parliament.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that one.
Yeah, there's an amazing song on here called I've Been Watching You the Way You Move Your Sexy Body. So
Cool.
that's what was next to the turntable this week.
That's brilliant. So you've dressed a few of those artists, and what are your stage costumes like? Have you got any kicking around in your studio? I can see loads of dresses and stuff up at the back there.
No, no, the garments are all with the artist.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I could show you. Well, I'll show you one thing that no, it's not really. I'm making, this is for a really cool,
Wow.
this is for a really cool, like, biker dude. Like, he's like a filmmaker, a young London-based filmmaker. He's a bit of a superhero. And so I'm giving him a sort of Afrofuturistic look.
Yep.
But guys, in all honesty, photos on Instagram is really going to interpret the work in a much better way. And that's why we have it.
We're going to do that. I think David's going to put up the Instagram.
Yeah.
Or if he probably already has, because David, our amazing engineer, is always on the ball, and we can't do these live streams without him. I like to big him up now and then.
Yeah, like what will happen, because I like to make only one in each print, so each person has their unique item. There's no repeats, although the styles are the same, but the fabrics are all unique. And I really kind of want to keep that momentum. So contact me personally, send me fabric. I don't mind. It's a service that I provide. So yeah, I'm here to help the community.
Yep. So you mentioned Afrofuturism, and that's a term that's kind of I guess harks back to the Detroit house kind of scene, and it's just grown and grown and grown, and it's kind of encompassing lots of different things. What does it mean to you, Afrofuturism, or can you tell us about it a little bit? Because it's a big thing at the moment, isn't it? Or it's getting bigger.
I think this is kind of just where we've always were going to end up in any case, was in the Africa is the future, and many ways. So for me, what it means, Afrofuturism, it just means an acceptance of this amazing Black presence and how fantastic it is, and a celebration of it. And I'm Afrofuturism. That's the way I look at it. I'm Afrofuturism. For me, it's like we are in the future already.
That'll do. I don't think you can define it better than that. Brilliant.
So yeah.
Do you sorry, you were going to say something else?
No, carry on. Ask me.
So you describe yourself as a fashion designer, and you run your fashion company, and you're a DJ and artist. Tell us about your art. Show us your art. Come on.
By my art. Okay, 1 second. I'll give 1 second. I didn't think. So this art thing, Pete, is a recent discovery. I would say recent. But I've recently just went, you know what, let me just take it a little bit further. And so from my doodles became drawings. And then in lockdown, I now have like 30 sketchbooks with over 500 images that I've drawn.
Okay.
And we can go through the book. We can do things like this. But so these are kind of like my little characters. Yeah. They all just black and white drawings of my friends. Yeah. So yeah, so this is I don't even know what kind of name to call myself, what type of artist to call myself, but I just draw.
Well, it looks like Afrofuturism to me.
Yes.
Let's call it that for now.
Yes, I draw Afrofuturism. But I'll give you some of my favorite. This is what I did last night. Yeah.
Could you see these translating into kind of your fashion and costume and stuff like that as well?
Yes, I do see this translating into that. I do see it going somewhere. I have kind of painted a couple of murals already. I have done a big wall piece as well, just to get used to it, because I never saw myself in this capacity. I always just saw myself making clothes, but I really enjoy this medium and I can see it going another direction. Yeah, I have I can do 30-minute drawings and I can do a 2-hour drawing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of the art. The drawing is kind of being that little creative saving grace during lockdown.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't producing as much, and so I was able to express myself creatively.
Do you have like working drawings? You know, when say someone comes to you and says, "I want a stage costume" or something like that, do you do like a whole book of sketches and stuff like fashion designers do?
No, I don't do any of those drawings.
I knew you wouldn't. So how do you come about? Like some guy comes in or woman comes in or whatever and says, "I want, you know, this costume," and you like their work, obviously, and you know, and stuff like that. And
so how it kind of works is like we'll listen to the music and we'll see what kind of feelings it evokes. You know, but I'll listen to my client. I'll ask them what they're inspired by, or is there a look that they have in mind, or you know, just to get to know them. And then we'll try stuff on and see how they feel in things. And then we kind of take it from there. But I've been very fortunate over the years. And I mean, I've dressed many wonderful ladies that have used my dresses to, I remember somebody messaging me to watch X Factor or whatever, one of those talent shows, and one girl had walked in wearing my skirt. So wow. I was like, oh, I made that, you know. So,
that's cool.
So yeah, people, but in the market, I would say being in the market, really people would find me. And so people would buy stuff from me, and then I would get pictures weeks later of somebody on stage and I don't even know who it is. So for me, it's like I'm not actively looking out to just dress celebrities. To be honest with you, I always said to women, I want celebrities to ask you where you got your clothes from. That's kind of how I want it. And maybe once or twice that has happened. But I wanted to, my whole ethos and be the thing behind the label, you, me, we, you, me, we. Yeah, is that we all in this shit together. You know, I'm working for you so we can get somewhere, you and me, and we can get somewhere. It's also the shortest poem in the Guinness Book of Records, made famous by Muhammad Ali.
Brilliant.
Yeah. But yeah, so my whole plan on this whole thing was, especially with my clothing, was the minute I saw how it made certain women feel about themselves, I realized that this is a service now. It's no longer I'm a designer. I kind of like design. Let's put that stuff to the side. I'm in the business of making people feel good about themselves.
Brilliant. I'm gonna, because I'm on my phone, I may disappear because I'm gonna read out a couple of questions that people are sending me.
Okay.
So
okay.
Give me 1 second. Let's have a look. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great. I would love to hear a live online set of your DJing. I love African music, and that's Sibyl Hutter.
Bro, are you listening?
The drawings are powerful, says Jordana, and they are incredibly powerful. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, G.
That's great. Just a couple there. Let me see if there's any more in the other WhatsApp group.
I would love to do a little stream on the canal.
Well, yeah. I mean, when we're up and running, which should be,
yeah,
soon, shouldn't it?
Yes, since I'm. I also have I have a bean plant to donate to the grow garden. By the way, Pete.
I'm back. Sorry. Say that again. Sorry.
I said I have a bean plant to donate to the grow garden.
Have you?
Yeah, the wind killed my little rooftop garden here.
Oh no.
Yeah, the storm on Tuesday.
The storm nearly killed me about 2 minutes ago. It certainly killed my computer. That's why I'm on a phone. Brilliant. Has anyone got any more questions in the chat? What would you like from 2021? That's like the most loaded question ever. What would everyone like? What would you like from 2021? What
would I like? Health and wealth and abundance for the planet.
Can't argue with that.
I've got what I need.
I'd back that if you were a politician. I'd vote for you.
Thank you. Yeah, and lower transportation cost. But yeah, I have what I need. So I would like, I'd like the world to be a better place for everybody.
Yeah, yeah. And do you visit South Africa a lot? Or I mean, obviously not at the moment, but.
I am a strong believer in the power of the mind. So I if I miss home, if I miss South Africa, I just take a walk. I go outside, I go to nature, I look in the sky, I feel this thing on my skin. I understand that, in this current situation and climate, I understand that, everybody is dreaming. And if I could dream to go anywhere, I'd go everywhere. Do you know what I mean? I'd go everywhere. But I do miss home. I do miss South Africa. I did say that, should we have, God forbid, we have this experience of lockdown, a little bit of a mountain range and a ocean view wouldn't go off so badly.
So you miss the landscape. You miss the landscape.
The landscape.
I'm reading between the lines. You're missing the ocean view, aren't you, in the mountains?
Yes, but I will do with the Lee Valley and the Hampstead of Heaths. Yes.
That's fine. Just would you like, mate, for me and for everyone, would you maybe like grab a couple out of that rack behind you where I can, it's tantalizing over your right shoulder with all those dresses. Do you want to just grab a couple of dresses, your 2 favorite ones, and just show them off? Because your work's amazing and I want people to see. I know you've got the Instagram, but that's, you know.
Okay, wait. I'll do my this is okay, no, maybe a different color. This is black and white. So this is, so I do make multifunctional clothing. So one thing you're always going to get from me is more ways than one. So this is my butterfly dress. So this is my butterfly dress. It's one size fits all and can be worn in at least 9 ways, but I will show you 3 ways. So this is good if you're a bridesmaid, a expecting bride, a sexy goddess, a powerhouse. So there we go, ladies. Make sense?
It's great.
Yeah, and it can be also a scarf. Yeah, so you can travel with these clothes. But what I will do is a lot of the times, and one of the reasons why I don't do demonstrations, to be honest with you, is because my product gets copied a lot. And so what I do is when you purchase from me, I send you the video links with all the demonstrations on, so you can see that.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's like people.
So yeah, because it's such a unique product.
Yeah.
And because I have been copied so many times, I have to protect my product. And but I do guarantee uniqueness, function, and a price you can't freaking beat.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. So every Friday, I put up new prints on the Instagram page, and then you can select the print you want. Message me, and then I post out by Mondays. And I've had no returns. I've had multiple requests at the moment. So what also happens is I'll send you video links on how the dress works, but you're welcome to phone me directly, and I can do any video demonstrations. That's the nice thing about having this technology, is we can communicate personally together. But I don't mind introducing my work on this, but I can't demonstrate everything it does.
No, don't give your secrets away.
No, I can't.
No.
And yeah, please don't ask me where I get my fabric from, because that is my secret.
Okay. I'm not gonna. Good.
Yeah.
Unless anyone's got any more questions, I'm gonna wrap it up. But I mean, you've taken us on a journey through your from South Africa to Hackney Wick to the Lee Valley.
Yeah.
And through your influences and your dresses, your music, your musical influences, which is, you know, every vinyl nerd out there is going to be loving that little section.
Yeah.
You know, that,
you can't, that's the thing is, you can't put me in any box. So if you're
No.
thinking about putting me or category, think again.
And your artwork, that, which is, you know, has a really unique and very Afrofuturistic, and also looks back perhaps to like the Benin bronze kind of sculptures and things like that.
Yeah, I feel like there's for lack of a better word, I feel like this is again a gift that I'm being that I have to use. I feel like I'm being channeled. So it's not like, ooh, what inspires you? I'm like, I'm being told what to do. So I'm just doing it. That's it. You know, I've never went to art school or anything. So when people ask me, what's your process? I'm like, pen and paper, babe. You know, what inspires you? Gotta pay my rent. You know, I'm a bit hungry, but no, I'm doing what I'm feel like I have no choice but to do.
It's fantastic. Chantel,
yes,
it's been an utter pleasure. You put me on the spot and made me interview you, which I like. Right? But what an utter pleasure. Your artwork, your fabrics, your dresses, and your crate digging. Thank you so much. And we'll see you at the so we got a market, and I'm going to try and remember the date, and I'm dyscalculate, so help me out. I think it's the 5th of June.
Yes.
Is the date that we launch our future fair, which is well, it's in the name. It's futuristic, and we see the future as being fair, and it's a fair, and there'll be lots of people selling and showing their wares, a wide range of stuff from your fabrics to people, artists selling their artworks and
I'm
products.
Definitely producing at the moment, particularly for the fair. So there's going to be so much more. I'm dressing everybody from right down to your dog.
Brilliant. That's perfect.
Bring the pets. Bring the pets
right down to your dog. That's going to be in the yard at Grow Yard, and on the 5th of June. And Chantel, just one more time. What a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Have a good evening.